Nikki Knows. I am a tarot card reader, and I'm coming to you today with a message that starts off with tough love. Tough love. And what I feel like this message is, like, it may be really hard to get through to somebody. I have the Justice in reverse. Is that you may need to disconnect from somebody if something isn't going your way, or you may need to like put down some boundaries. You may need to like raise your voice and deliver justice to somebody, because I feel like justice, it hasn't been served yet. And I almost feel like God is asking you to bring justice to somebody, for you to serve justice to somebody, because I feel like God's like, I can only do so much. Like, I need you to be the vessel to speak up against what is happening, the unjust. You know, you are the person. It's not God. God can't do anything much more than maybe control the weather. I don't know. But it's like, he can only do so much energetically. You got to do the work. So I feel like somebody needs to speak up their mind. I'm also hearing something about wrath. Like, somebody needs to feel your wrath. I know that is a 7 deadly sin. And I feel like God is asking you to indulge in those behaviors just a little bit, because I think something needs to be said or taken down or rewritten. We have the 9 of Pentacles. You may feel like you're doing this on your own. You may feel like an army of one. 7 of Cups. You may not know where this is going to lead. You may not know exactly what to say. You may have to think of a few different approaches, or quite honestly, whatever rolls off the top of your head. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're being quiet. I feel like somebody is not taking a stand like they're supposed to be. They might be internally in their head like taking a stand, but I think somebody needs to outwardly start taking a stand. I feel like somebody's pushed somebody's buttons way too far, and it's not in a genuine or sincere manner. That's kind of what the devil. I almost feel like you might be attracting devil energy. This might be what I'm saying. Somebody needs to feel your wrath, because I feel like that is the devil. The devil's coming after you. And how do you fight the devil? You fight him with devil energy, I think, at this point. I know sometimes you're like, don't fight fire with fire, but I think you need to show your cards. I just got chills. That's been happening to me so much when I do these readings. I keep getting chills. I guess that's my new sign that I'm on the right path, is when I get chills. I almost feel like you're attracting this person so that you can kick this person in the ass, or you can, Spirit's like, please, we need somebody. And I almost feel like whoever you need to stand up to, there might be multiple people in this person's atmosphere that cannot stand up to them, and Spirit is just asking if you can do it, if you can hand this person the justice that they need. And it could be that you need to speak truth. It could be that this person has done something to you that's unfair and unkind, and you've just never been able to speak up because you never had the ability, the confidence, the strength to do so. But I'm feeling like you only live one life, and if you're gonna sit around and be quiet and suffer, is that fair to you? Obviously, I want you to be safe and do anything that feels safe, but in return, if you had to lose some people that aren't important to you or aren't part of your growth by sticking up for yourself, then I think it's time that you might need to do it. Again, take it how it resonates. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Going back to shuffling. You might be dealing with a narcissist with that devil energy, and I'm like, you may need to fight fire with fire. You do not be kind to a narcissist, because a narcissist isn't being kind to you for for whatever reason. Obviously, if they're narcissistic, they're probably not. You might need to shame them, shame and guilt them. Whatever they hold up to a high standard, or they put up on a pedestal, that's what you attack. That behavior, that thing, you attack that. Because deep down inside, if this person's a narcissist, they already have a lot of shame. They already have a lot of shame and a lot of guilt that they're dealing with. 10 of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is some unfinished business. This could be even from your childhood, past relationships, it could be your family, it could be your friends. I feel like you're also owed an apology. You're owed an apology. I feel like a whole system owes you an apology. Like a whole family unit owes you an apology. A whole something owes you an apology. A High Priestess. I just heard gang gang. Gang gang. Gang, gang. Ooh, was that on purpose or was that on accident? We'll see if the Hanged Man comes back out. I think it's because you're very intuitive. You might walk in the path of God, and you might be putting somebody who's, you might walk more in the path of God, and you might be going against somebody who's like an evangelical Christian who just like spews and spouts like religious texture, but doesn't actually but actually doesn't follow it or doesn't understand it, doesn't live in that path. And I feel like you, as a very spiritual person, the divine feminine here, can attack this person. It can attack this, because this person's, I think, living in devil energy. It's false, you know, they're living false, especially if this person is narcissistic or on the narcissistic side. They're just probably using the words. They're just using scripture as a power, for control, for manipulation. I mean, that's patriarchy right there. All right, let's go a little bit more. King of Wands. Well, we have a match here. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands.